What's up, Ocean? You got Matt here, coach of your Montreal Milotic, bringing you another Pokemon Wi-Fi battle. Today we are facing off against Gray, coach of the Vancouver Titangs. And no, he's actually not from Vancouver, so it is not a Canada versus Canada game. But if you guys want to skip the team builder for this battle, you can leave a, leave a like, yeah, do that anyways. But no, you can check the timestamp on the screen and in the description, of course, to skip to the actual battle. But you're going to want to stick around because this battle, winner makes playoffs. Loser, it's like 95% chance they don't make playoffs, which is really, really big. So hopefully we can get the job done. And unfortunately, we're playing against a very scary team, which I'm going to show on the screen right now. My opponent, Aegislash, Kyurem, very scary core, just super ridiculously good offensively and defensive synergy-wise, very strong. Starmie is there as a great pivot, but also an amazing breaker. It's the fastest mon he has outside of the Jolteon, which is, you know, a Jolteon, and it's not good without Hidden Power Ice. There's a Togekiss, which is honestly really annoying considering I have a Garchomp, and it's immune to my dual stab. It's also a really decent check to quite a lot of other Pokemon on my roster, but there's a few things that I'm unfortunately not bringing that do have good matchups against it. There is a Crocodile, which is one of his better answers to the Gloking, if it doesn't get Scald Burnt, unfortunately. Well, hopefully for him, hopefully I Scald Burn it. That's what I want. I want to Scald Burn it. He doesn't want to be Scald Burned. That's the main thing. Arachne gets Webs, which is kind of pivotal in this matchup here. Blaziken is not Speed Boost Blaziken, it is Blaze Blaziken, which is still very scary. 80 base speed with powerful moves like Flare Blitz and Close Combat and U-Turn are really hard to deal with. If it didn't get U-Turn, I would feel a lot better about this, but because it gets U-Turn, it makes my lead matchup a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. The matchup against that Pokemon is really, really tough. Jolteon is annoying. Regirock, I don't really see coming. If it does, I mean, it's going to be Rocks, it's going to be Body Press. I have Unaware Clef, so I'm not too concerned about it. There's a Thwackey which has access to Grassy Terrain, which would suck because I'm running Earthquake on my Garchomp, so we'll see how that goes, and Lopunny, which I do not expect, since my Ghost type doesn't exist. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into our matchup. What are we bringing? We are starting off with Garchomp. Garchomp has been the Pokemon that has done so much work for us the past few weeks, and it has been really good in all these matchups. This time around, we're running heavy duty boots, and the reason we're running boots is because I don't want to be victim to webs. I'm okay taking rocks, but I'm not going to take them. I'm okay with like a Yachi Berry, with a Freeze Dry coming out from the Kyurem on me and KOing me because I'm not Yachi Berry, or a Draco, or whatever. But I need to make sure I outspeed things. And the fact that I have access to knockoff on, I think it's 2 Pokemon this week, I'll be able to get rid of potential Scarfs on Kyurem and on Blaziken. And if I can get if I can find out that the Starmie is not Scarf and I get a Scale Shot, I'm in a really good spot against that thing as well. It's a really good Pokemon to break the game open late in the game, or just win it outright if I get the Scale Shot, or even without it. Edgequake coverage is really good, again, in this matchup. It's fantastic because of the Arachnid and the Togekiss, which are his only resists to Earthquake outside of the Thwackey. And Thwackey, again, I don't really expect to come too much considering I have a Gloking, considering I have a Ferrothorn, I have a Rapidash, I have a Vanillex, I have a Butterfree, I guess, as well. Mantine can kind of do decent things, and so can Silvally. I just feel pretty decent against my matchup against Thwackey. So if it does come, hey, it is what it is. But yeah, like I was saying, this Pokemon is really strong. The investment I have on this set is there for the Kyurem is the main focus. Kyurem has to be outsped, and if I can get a Scale Shot off, then I don't have to worry about it being Scarfed. Same thing with Blaziken, which is pretty important. This is one of my only 2 fire resist and only 1 fire resist that is not weak to fighting, so it is pretty important so that the Blaziken can't just freely say Flare Blitz, Scarf Flare Blitz, and then win the game. If it goes through that, I can set up with the Garchomp, which is really, really nice. At +2, we have a 30% chance to KO a max HP, max defense Togekiss with Stone Edge. If it's with Boots, then it automatically gets the KO, as long as we do connect, which is very important. Our next mon is going to be Cajun, our Crawdaunt here. This is my lead this week. It's good offensively, and I wish I didn't have to lead with it, but I am leading with it again, and it's come to my attention, again, by a lot of people, that leading with Cajun, my Crawdaunt, is a pretty common thing that I do, but it's such a good lead because it can break things, and it can really open up doors for the rest of my team. Problem is, once it's gone, I lose one of my better breakers in the matchup, which does suck. It's also got Aqua Jet to break through the Blaziken. If it is Scarf Blaziken, I can just power through it. It does get Vacuum Wave though, which has to be put into consideration because if it goes for Vacuum Wave, then I lose my Crawdaunt, which does suck. I also want to be aware of potential weakness policy on the Blaziken, but also on the Aegislash, both those mons. But in general, this Pokemon's really strong. The investment I have is there for a 12-speed Togekiss in case it's a decent, well, it got a little bit of speed for Creepers, but I do think it'll be very physically defensive. We also outspeed an Adamant. Arachnid, which is the main focus here, we can knock off into another knockoff to get the KO on that. If it goes for Leech Life, which is, unfortunate, then it is what it is. If it goes for Webs, then that's fine because I'll be able to get the KO into the next turn, and that's really the main focus. And if Webs are up, the only Pokemon that really cares about it, the only Pokemon that cares about Webs being up is my Garchomp if it's knocked off, and my Silvally, and that's it. Everything else is like whatever. Webs are up, doesn't matter. So yeah, that's going to be our Crawdon. Close combat is there for the Kyurem. That's the main focus. And then our next mon is going to be our Ferrothorn here. Ferrothorn has Iron Head, Knockoff, Thunder Wave, and Stealth Rock. Thunder Wave is there because, okay, originally I was Power Whip, and I thought Power Whip was going to be really good in this matchup, which it kind of is. It helps out a lot against something like the Registeel, it helps out against the Starmie, against something like the Crocodile, but we're not going with that option. The reason for it is because Aegislash comes in quite often on this Pokemon, because if it is a weakness policy set, it can go for an Autotomize and then a weakness policy, or then a, well, Autotomize, and then I go for knockoff, I get rid of its item, let's say it's leftovers, great, but if it's weakness policy, it's the +2/+2/+2 with the Autotomize, and then I'm in a really tough spot. So I decided to go with Thunder Wave. If it is not weakness policy, it will probably have sub, it might have sub at least. And if that's the case, fine, it has sub, whatever, it is what it is. But because it doesn't have access to weakness policy, again, if it's sub, it won't have weakness policy, I'm very confident about that, then I should be in a really good position against that Pokemon, because I can stop it from just sweeping me outright, which is awesome. I'll outspeed it with a lot of my team, especially if it is not the Autotomize set. If it is, then I'll be able to outspeed it with Garchomp, even if it's at +2, which is fantastic. The investment that we have on this Pokemon is pretty important. We have enough investment to take, well, first of all, we check the special, we take, cannot speak. We take special Starmie's attacks, any attack, no matter what, it's the Starmie, it's not going to do too much to me. It's like best move to hit me is Ice Beam, which does like 30% if Life Orb, so not the best. We also take special Aegislash attacks for days. The only real threatening Pokemon move that he can go for, the only real threatening move that he can go for is Close Combat or Sacred Sword. So yeah, we do check we do pressure Kyurem in an emergency. It's only an emergency because that thing, it does have a chance to 3-KO me with Freeze Dry, with Specs Freeze Dry, and has a chance to 2-KO me, I believe, with Specs Ice Beam. But we do take Adamant Aegislash's Shadow Sneak into a close combat if in the event that we're expecting a sneak onto our Garchomp or something like that, and I can just switch into this Pokemon. So yeah, that's going to be our Ferrothorn, that's the one, and we are leftovers. Leftovers is pretty damn good. Our next one is going to be Bubba, our Clefable here with the Babiri Berry. This is unaware to help against the Aegislash. If I can't get the paralysis on it or gets the +2 or any situation, I can have my Clef here. Clef should underspeed the Aegislash, which means it will go for an attack on me first, and then it will be in its sword mode, and I can go for a flamethrower and get the KO on it, which would be really, really big. Moonblast is there for just general good options. I think his only resist to Moonblast is going to be the Aegislash itself, and that's it. Obviously, the Arachnid can just chew them up, the Togekiss can chew them up and recover back up on it, so not great, obviously, but I do feel pretty good about this. And with Unaware, if it's a Swords Dance Blaziken, if it's non-boosting Jolly, it actually does 50.4% to me at the very most with Flailblitz, and he's got to get 2 max rolls to get the KO, the 2 KO on my Clefable, which is pretty important here. It also helps sell against a Dragon Dance Kyurem, I guess a Bulk Up Crocodile, Calm Mind, Nastiplot, Togekiss, whatever it's going to be. Aegislash is the main thing, and then Wish and Softball are there not only for recovering myself, but also for protecting my my Silvally, which you're going to see later on, and my Ferrothorn as well if it's out of range of whatever attack it's going to be going for. So yeah, that's going to be our Clefable. Our next mon is going to be our Galar Slowking here with the Assault Vest, Sludge Bomb, Scald, Slyshock, and Hex. Bit of a disclosure here. Disclaimer. We need to get some 30% to have a chance this game. If this Pokemon comes in, it's clicking a lot of Sludge Bombs and a lot of Scalds, and if I'm not getting these 30% chances, I will probably lose the game. That's it. If I get a Sludge Bomb Poison on Togekiss, awesome. If I get a Sludge Bomb Poison on Kyurem, fantastic. If I get a Burn on the Crocodile or the Aegislash, I'm in a great spot. That's really it. If I don't get those things, and I'm going for like 5, 6, 7, 10, then I'm going to lose. And the reason I'm saying that is because in my mocks, I went for like 15 Scalds or 15 Sludge Bombs, got 1 Poison. Went for 10 Scalds, got 1 Burn. I also got frozen 2 times in 3 games. So not great, obviously, but hopefully we can get the job done. This Pokemon, though, is my check to the Kyurem. It is fully specially defensive with the Assault Vest because that Pokemon is a fucking menace. We do have enough investment to basically take any hit that we want. We take 2 Specs Earth Powers, which is huge for me. This is also a Starmie check, also a really good check to Togekiss, unless it's Nasty Claw, but even then, Sludge Bomb does a shit ton amount of damage to it. We do take 2 Specs Earth Powers, and we take 3 of any other Specs Kyurem attack, which is really, really nice. And the Hex is there in case I do burn the Aegislash and go for Hex, and just at that point it's just completely useless. I don't care if you have a weakness policy, I just go for Hex. You're just going to take a ton of damage anyways, and I'm good to go. So yeah, that's going to be our Galar Slowking. Our next and final mod is going to be our Silvally. It's Silvally Dark. I'm not sold on this, but Addison said it was going to be pretty good, so I said, you know what? You said either normal or dark. I feel like dark is a bit better of an offensive typing this game. Yes, there is the Crocodile. Yes, there is the Blaziken. Yes, there is the Togekiss. But I do feel really good about these Pokemon here. And I'd rather have multi-attack to hit the Aegislash than have Crunch to the Aegislash. It's 120 base power plus stab compared to just 80 base power without stab. So it makes a bit more sense. This set speed ties the Kyurem, which also outspeeds the Crocodile, which is nice. It outspeeds everything actually on this team outside of, I think, Lopunny, which might be 93 or something. No, I think Lopunny is maybe 97. Didn't even prep for it, so don't even know, to be honest. But I don't outspeed the Starmie, I don't outspeed a Scarf Kyurem, I don't outspeed a Scarf Togekiss, I don't outspeed the Scarf Blaziken, but I do outspeed naturally basically all those Pokemon except for the Starmie and the Jolteon. But yeah, that's our main focus here. Iron Head is there for the Togekiss, Psychic Fangs is there for the Blaziken, I guess also kind of, nothing else. Iron Head is specifically for Togekiss, Psychic Fangs specifically for Blaziken. That is it. U-Turn is there for the Crocodile, also I guess for Starmie, for Parting Shot. It was a 50-50 which one that I want to go with. We went with U-Turn, just felt it'd be a little bit better to get some chip off on the Crook because that could be the check to the Garchomp with Intimidate. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, that's going to be our team for this week's battle, guys. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments below. The C word of today's video is going to be soup, specifically P-H-O with a little squiggle on top. Forgive me, I don't know the name of the different characters. But I had pho tonight for dinner with Julia. It was fantastic. I had a really big breakfast and I ate that at like 12 o'clock. So I had very little of it, but it's in the fridge waiting for me for when I finish this game. So I'm pretty excited. Win, make playoffs, lose, don't make playoffs. It is what it is. We're going to do our best. Let's do it. It's time to battle. All right, everyone, we're back. And basically, pretty much exactly what we expected. There is a Blaziken, which could likely be Scarf. There's the Togekiss there. Togekiss's job is going to be to check the Garchomp, unless there's defensive Crocodile, which could be a thing. Kyurem could definitely be Scarf. Starmie is offensive and really scary, to be honest. And then there's the Aegislash, which is not good. I do see a potential lead of either Starmie, Crook, or Blaziken, to be honest, and I do still want to lead off with Cajun here. Yes, my Sash will get broken by a flip turn or a U-turn or whatever, but I'll be able to really pressure, and the fact that there's no boots, no webs is kind of nice for Silvally because it outspeeds everything on this team outside of Starmie. It speed ties the Kyurem and potentially a Scarf Blaziken, which is what I'm expecting. So that's going to be it. Like I said before in the team builder, if we win this game, we make playoffs. If we lose this game, there's a chance we make playoffs. Our diff has to be good, and I think it means that Kelly has to beat Otto right now, but Kelly is currently, or not Otto, I think it's Irish. But Kelly, I think right now is 1-7, and his basement flooded recently, so probably doesn't make sense for him to really go all out for a game like this. But hey, it is what it is. Good luck, have fun to Jack. Let's see if we can get a win. I think the past few times we played him, we have gotten a win every single time. Maybe there was one time recently where he's beaten us. That's basically since the BBR finals, like a year and a half ago, or a year ago, we basically have won. In comes the Togekiss as the lead. Very interesting. I just go for Crabhammer here, don't I? Or is it a knockoff? Because I really want to get big damage on this Pokemon. And like, if I go for Crabhammer, he's just going to switch out at anything. He can't like go for a U-turn or something. So if he attacks me, fine. I got a Crabhammer and just really break this thing down. Let me take a look at how much Crabhammer will do. Let's see what Crawdaunt against Togekiss. If it's fully physically defensive, we do 46 to 55, which is a lot. That's fully physically defensive. That puts it definitely in range, which is great. So I think Crabhammer is my play here. If we switch out, we see a switch to what? What's the switch into this? Kyurem, if anything. I'm going to go for the Crabhammer. We see a nasty plot. Okay, well, I am sashed, which is great. So we should do at least half to this. We do connect. Beautiful damage there. Okay, so that did what, like 65 there? It's definitely not fully defensive. Definitely not. Aqua Jet won't KO, unless that was like a low roll. I mean, even then, if it was a low roll for this won't KO either. I go for a knockoff here. Knockoff helps me out a decent bit. Then puts it in range of the Aqua Jets, which I think I want to go for because I don't want to lose to missing a Crabhammer. I'm going to go for the knockoff. Air Slash. And we dodge. I will take it. Do we get the KO here? We do not, unfortunately. We get rid of a Sharp Beak. Okay. Wow. Well, I'll go for Aqua Jet here. Jeez, I just like put my hand down and just dropped it. Anyways, we have our Sash attack and got rid of the Togekiss. Yes, some luck came into factor there, but I am not complaining. Not now. Not now. Jeez. 5% I think Togekiss Air Slash is. 5% mischance. Togekiss. Oh my god, I'm typing Togekiss in the move slot. Air Slash is, yeah, 5% chance to miss. We see a Kyurem come out here. Okay. Crawdaunt against Kyurem. The question I have is it close combat? Or is it knockoff? And I think 100% of the time, the play is knockoff here, because I need to get rid of the... I mean, let me take a look again. He still has a potential rocker in Crook. But I need to keep... the only thing I need to keep around for it is the potential Aqua Jet. I want to get rid of potential Scarf on this thing. I think it's really important. I'm going to go for the knockoff here. We'll see what he does. We're going to see an Ice Beam come out. This won't do enough. Will it 2KO me? Maybe, probably will. Wow, that is a lot of damage there. Knockoff comes out. That is Specs. Good to know. Good to know. I can go into... What is my play here? I switch this out for sure. I go into Archimedes, to be honest. I'm going to go into Archimedes. Yeah, the Ice Beam play is nice there, but getting rid of the Specs is great for me. So this Crawdaunt, the little Crawdaunt that could, doing a lot of work for us. We're going to see an Ice Beam come out. This is not Specs, so we're going to see a good chunk of damage here. 201 down to 1... And the freeze! I do have Scald, though. I have Scald, so we're good. We're good. We're good, we're good, we're good. Scald, we're good. Oh my god. So I got frozen twice in 3 mocks. And I got frozen in this game itself. 162 down to 110. Great. And Scald melted the ice. Very good. Big old damage there. I think my play is Sludge Bomb here, to be honest. He wants to try and break this as much as possible. I'm going to go for the Sludge Bomb here. Damn. So my play there would have been to go for a Sludge Bomb against this Pokemon. I don't think he has Roost anymore, based on the way he's playing it, based on the fact that he went for an attack, goes for Earth Power there, and I imagine we're gonna let this hit. Yep, we do. And Sludge Bomb should get the KO on this, unless it's got a lot of special defense investment. There we go. So we're off to a decent start here. We have our regen Pokemon in the back. We have the Blaziken to deal with still, which is scary. Crocodile is annoying. Aegislash is a Pokemon that is problematic. Let's call it that, problematic. Spin to win. The Starmie comes out. Well, the good news is I do happen to have my Durian here. And the fact that Kyurem is gone now means that I can play a little more aggressively with my Slowking, which is nice. So Durian takes any hit from this thing. The best he can do is like Ice Beam me. We're going to see a Light Screen. Ooh, Light Screen Reflect. Okay, very nice. I think my play here, do I want to knock this off and then Thunder Wave? Or do I want to Thunder Wave and knock this off? Do I want to go for Rocks too? Is that nice? This is probably Light Clay. And probably because of that is going to be Analytic. Or a Natural Cure, excuse me. It's like, do I expect a Teleport here? I'm going to go for the Thunder Wave here. On the event he just hard switches into Blaziken. We're going to see Reflect. Okay, that's fine. So we'll get a nice bit of chip off on this Pokemon now, which will be good. Okay. Doesn't know what item I am. We are unaware Clef, which is good. Garchomp is going to be annoying. I can go for the Knock here. I can go for Rocks. Which just helps me with chip against things like the Blaziken, which is good. Oops, don't want to do that. If I go for Knockoff and he goes hard into a Weakness Policy Mon, is that bad? It's not great, obviously, but there goes the Aegislash with the Weakness Policy. It's not great, so we're going to see. Does he do that? For Cluck's sake, that's the Blaziken. Okay. So we have the Knockoff on this. It's not going to be Scarfed. We're not going to have to worry about it being Scarfed. I'm also not too concerned about keeping this Pokemon around any longer. Because we have what is it called? The Starmie not being like super offensive, it looks like, which is good. This Pokemon I have such a hard time dealing with. There's Reflect and Light Screen up. I think my play here is honestly, if I see sub SD, what is my play to beat that? My play to beat that is I still have Clef, which can break through. I still have Crawdaunt, which can break Sash, or Sub rather. I'm gonna go for the Thunder Wave here. Swords Dance. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. We do connect on this, which is good. This thing is paralyzed. Muscle Band with Swords Dance. Yeah, this Pokemon is scary. This Pokemon is scary. Okay. How many turns left of screens? 1 turn potentially of Light Screen, 2 turns potentially of Reflect. Okay. My play here, I think, is going to be go to Clef. because I'll outspeed now. I should outspeed at least. Go Blaziken. Swords Dance, level 50. Paralyzed. No item. Against Clefable. Flirbus does 50 points. There's a 2% chance scale. He has to get he has to get a max roll and then at bare minimum a second highest roll. I see close combat come out. Easy. That damage there. 50 points of health. 51 points of health. Yeah, it's a max roll for Jolly there. It's at 72 speed at the best case scenario, which means we outspeed it. There are light screen reflect up. I believe we just found out if it's light clay Starmie. Yeah, it's light clay Starmie. So let's mark this down. Starmie is light clay. This is at -1, but it's behind a light screen reflect. How do I want to do this? I can go for a wish here, which is probably the safest play. I'm gonna go for the wish here. He's gonna stay in. So we'll take the hits. Frebus is at most 42 to 50. I'll take a good chunk of fully paralyzed. That's fine by me. This thing, it doesn't get poison jab, does it? Poison jab. Even then, it does less. I can go for the Moonblast here, which is decent. I can switch out. I don't think switching out makes any sense at all because it's at +2. I'm gonna go for the Moonblast here. It's at -1 behind light screen. This should do 21 to 26. Oh, it's unaware at least, so I mean, it doesn't even matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. The drop makes no difference at all. But and he knows we're unaware too. So maybe he tries to get a Toxic off on me. Alright. Moonblast for a good chunk of damage there. Good. Well, I can't even speak. Good chunk of damage there. Alright. Wow, that's big damage. Oh my god. I have to remember, Blaze is a thing. Blaze is a thing. I should probably do that. So let's go Blaze here. Nope, wrong item. Ability is going to be Blaze. Let's say at 1%. Flairbus does 75% at the very most in Blaze. So I'm going to go for a Wish, and then I'm going to go for a Softboil. You won't know that I have Softboiled. And then Flairbus comes out. Yuck. That's big old damage there. Is that the end of light screen there? Light screen wears off, so this should KO now. If I roost here, if I go for recovery here. It's like, if I go for recovery here, I think that's a safer play, going for the recovery here. Right? Recovery is my safer play. Going for a Softbolt is my safer play. Going for this is my safer play. This is my safer play. Yes, I would KO here, but I'm not going to risk it. If he switches out, he switches out. What's he going to go into? Starmie? Fine. Like, this Pokemon is basically dead. Yes, it's Blaze boosted Flare Blitzes, but I outspeed it with everything now except for Slowking and Ferrothorn. And if he goes and attacks me with Ferrothorn, he dies. There is an Aegislash. I need to keep myself as healthy as possible. That is the goal because the Aegislash is spooky. Aegislash is scary. God, Aegislash is so terrifying for my team to deal with. Oh my god. The Totemized Weakness policy is a thing. Wonder what he's thinking here. Is he thinking this to preserve this? Are we going to DC? It's been a while. If we DC, that's quite bad. Oh my god, it's playing. Wait, it's playing. I went to Aegislash. Is it going to DC now? Huh. Reflect and Light Screen are both gone. It's letting me switch out. We have to wait for like 2.5 minutes there, and it still just worked just fine. Damn. I'm going to go into Durian here. We should take Iron Head into close combat from Adamant. What a What a weird turn of events there. We see a Swords Dance come out. Oh, no. Swords Dance is bad. Swords Dance is bad. I can go for a Thunder Wave here on this. Again, close combat is probably the play. It's going to get the drops. That's the close combat. Okay, that's fine. Alright. Drops are not good. Or drops are good for me. We lose to this Pokemon, which is not great, obviously. So this is at +2. It's at -1 defense now. Even at 140 defense, this should not be appreciating this hit. Oh, it's Life Orb! Okay, this is great. This is great. I can go into... If I go Clef and take an... This should Iron Head. I don't want to risk that. I'm unaware. It does... Like, this does... It's Life Orb, not Lychee. Life Orb. It does 45 to 54. The fact that maybe probably means it has Shadow Sneak. So if my play here go Garchomp, my play here has to be go Garchomp. Even in shield mode, we destroy this thing. It's at -1 defense. Sneak will do 57 to 68 at +2. Is it Silvally? Is that my play? Silvally? Silvally Dark. 130, it does enough to KO. Ooh. If Garchomp comes in, if what is that thing called? If Crook comes in, obviously, I think I want to go Silvally. I mean, no, I think Garchomp's play. It has to be Garchomp because of the potential for the drop in attack. I don't know how much defense investment it has. So I go into this. We know it's Life Orb. That's huge for me. I think his answer to Garchomp is Crook, but it looks like we're going to disconnect here as well. We had like 2 turns of just fast-paced gameplay, and then this. Goddamn. Liv just tweeted at me. She's also in call right now, but like she's listening into the chat. Is she? Yeah, she is. How's the weather in Canada? The weather is rainy today. It's also warm today too, which is cool. So, here my play is Earthquake, 100%. There is no resist left. There's no reflect up. There's nothing. If he goes for sneak, he goes for sneak. It'll do about half, 55 to 60 something, which is again fine. I outspeed everything other than Starmie, but Starmie we're looking at to be more defensive. And we're gonna see a Shadow Sneak come out. So this is a dead Aegislash, which is huge for me. That is so big for me. Jeez. There's a Crook. It's a Scarf Cook, potentially. But the good news is I have Clef. Clef should pull this out for me. I think Clef pulls this out. As long as I'm able to get the KO on the Blaziken. Because that is still a factor. Jeez. The Master. That's the Crook, right? That is the Crocodile. So, I have access to, I mean, this is probably Scarf. Scarf Earthquake is like fine. Right? How much does Bubba take from this? Because it could be Scarf Iron Tail as well, or just Iron Tail in general. Clefable against Crocodile. We also saw it's not Intimidate, so it is Moxie. So if it is Scarf, let's say, and it goes for Earthquake against Clef. Earthquake does 38 to 41. If it goes for Iron Tail, I still have my Babiri Berry at least, so that's good. And without the Babiri Berry, it takes 55 at the most, excuse me. I think my play has to be to attack this here. So we're going to attack this. It'll give us information if it's Scarf or not. It is Scarf. Okay. So we have Moxie, Scarf, and this KOs us anyways. Does that let me know anything? If it's adamant or something? Probably not. No. There's the Moxie. I go Clef here. Or is it Fallen? I mean, how much does Fallen take from +1? So Valley takes at +1. Yeah, it's not pretty. It's not pretty. So we're going to go Clef here. I keep Fallen in the back. It helps deal with the Starmie. Helps outspeed the Blaziken, KO that thing, which is nice. So I definitely keep Fallen in the back. Right now, my play has to be to Moonblast. I do take 2 of these hits. Iron Tail, I will not take 2 of. It's not. Well, actually, no, I will take 2 because of this. But still, Earthquake comes out. This does 41% at the most, rather. So good. Good. We can Moonblast this thing to another dimension. Big old damage there. And then I can go for another Moonblast here. We're going to see another Earthquake come out. No crit, good. And this should, I think, be sealing the deal for us. I have Slowking to help take care of Starmie. If he goes Blaziken, I just Moonblast. And Starmie comes in, Spin to Win comes in, yep. That's fine. It is paralyzed as well, so it's analytic, which is good to know. Do I outspeed this thing? Starmie. Level 50, paralyzed. 91 if it's max speed. Timid. If it's creeping, Garchomp. Garchomp reaches, what, 169? I mean, I have a couple faster mons, so it definitely won't speed. I can switch out. I can stay in. I think my play, honestly, is to stay in and just let this KO me here. So let's go for the Moonblast. Get it in range of things. We're going to see an Ice Beam come out. So that's going to KO me. We know this is the berry. Not the berry, the light play. So I'm going to go for 252. We're going to go, let's say max HP. We're going to go into Silvally Dark. Silvally Dark will destroy this thing with its max HP. So I'm going to go into Silvally Dark here. If the last move is Dazzling Gleam, we know it's not Life Orb. It says Life Orb here. It's max special attack. Dazzling Gleam will do 60 to 71. We're going to go for the multi-attack. It's saying normal. I'm hoping this is not like a misgen. It's going to say actually it's going to be dark. I know it's like the black on that little fur thing, hair thing, but this should clinch us the game here. So Valley Dark outspeeds. This should KO us. It's super physically defensive. Gets the KO. Beautiful. We have a paralyzed Blaziken in the back. The Thunder Wave came in clutch. The Thunder Wave was huge. Thunder Wave was really big. And I'm happy I switched over. We were Power Whip, then we talked about Leaf Seed, but going Thunder Wave was the play, and it actually came into play. And we may or may not win the game because of that. Also, to be fair, there was hacks. Dodging the Aegislash turn 2 was big. It was very big. And it definitely impacted the game. And who's to say that he doesn't end up winning the game because of it? I don't think it ended up would have... Honestly... I don't know how much it would have mattered. I would have had my Sash intact on my... I would no longer have had my Sash intact on Crawdon, so I'd have to go hard into Kyurem, but he went for Ice Beam with the Specs Kyurem. So it's possible that I think Glowking took it. Let me take a look at the calc here. Kyurem with Choice Specs Modest against Slowking G. Ice Beam is 28 to 34. So in reality, if my Sash is broken against Kyurem, I just switch out. And from the damage, I find out right away that he is going to end up being a Specs Kyurem. So that's kind of my reasoning there. We end up taking a W here, 3-0, GG to Jack. Make sure to go check him out. His link is down in the description, so are the rest of the coaches in the UBL, but it's official. It is official. We have clinched playoffs, and thank God to, because we were so close not doing so. And all that being said, we had a really rough stretch of the season where just for maybe throughout the middle of the season, I played really terribly. I got hacked a lot, and then we had a bit of we figured it out. We got to it maybe past 3 weeks. We kind of figured it out. Yes, against Aquarius, we ended up losing that game. I feel like my play wasn't necessarily shitty. It just wasn't, elite. But we did end up clutching out the last 2 games we definitely needed to do to be able to win the game, make the playoffs rather. Early on the season, it was a bit of a learning curve to learn this team, and I'm going to say I'm still not happy with the team itself, and I can't make any changes anymore. This is the team we're going to rock with for the rest of the season, but I do feel like I've gotten better with it as the season has gone on. It just does not fit my playstyle, and I have to be aware of that when building so that I can have a chance in future weeks. So again, guys, thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Thank you to our YouTube channel members. We have our level 1s, Liv, Eric, Zeke, and Michael. Our level 2 is Tone, and level 3s are Sully and Jay Fuka. So guys, thank you so much for watching. We're in the playoffs. We did it. One more win, go to the semifinals, then one more win to go to the finals, then one more win. So 3 more wins. Damn. I just stopped talking. Bye.